Hey everybody, Andy's free guitar chart videos here, and we've got a pretty good chart for you today for today's guitar lesson. Just tuned up. I got the capo on and all. So let's see what we got here. This is, why is that happening? I don't know, but there it is. The curtain is over. Christmas lights and everything, and probably in July. Roots and patterns, all 5 caged keys, barred and fingered roots in cage shapes. I'm reading that, but I wrote it, so I've got this dedication and this like focus on while I'm doing things during the chart construction, and then I'll come back to it later and I'm kind of, what did I do? What was I talking about? And if it gets to be that way, I'll put it on pause till I figure out what I was talking about. But this chart, the action in this chart is over here, and I've arranged these into the word caged. Okay, we have the 5 caged keys. Now there are 12 keys, right? The 5 cage keys are C, A, G, E, and D. I was mixing up the inversions there. So that's the 5 caged keys. And there are 5 different keys. Key is C. Okay, cage, C-A-G-E-D. So we'll go to A. G. You can double this. Actually, you don't want to double that, but it's a double root. Now I want to mention while we're on the subject, because we can get right into action roots and barred roots. When you play the open G here, doing the caged, the G string becomes the root. So this is the G string. Right here's your G string. That becomes the root. The action notes, the fingered notes, are also the roots. So doesn't mean every finger is a root. It means the root is on one of the fingered notes and the other one is on the string that you're playing. The string of the root. So G, play a G, and the root is going to be on that G. That holds for G, A, D, and E. C is the only chord that's not true for. The roots, because of the tuning warp here, the roots are both fingered roots. This is the D, C root, and this is the C, A root. Why is it called the C, A root? You'll figure out why it's called the D, C root in a minute. The C-A root is called the C-A root because it's the root in C. And if you do an A-shaped C off of that root, okay, then on the A string, remember this is the A string, no matter what note you're playing, this is the A string if you want to give it a name. That A string is going to be the root of this A-shaped C. So that holds. That's why this is called the C-A root. Alright, and then up here again, and with the A-shaped C, you've got the A-G root, because not only it's a fingered root off of the A-shaped C, you have, if you bar it here and play a G-shaped C, it's right there. Is that root on the G string now? Now it's not playing a G, but it's the G string. Okay, so let's look at the chart. All right, and we were talking about the G, but let's talk about the C first. Now, there's other good things on the chart before we do that. I have some patterns here, and the patterns has to do with, how to play these guys here, but we're not going to be relying on them yet. They just need to be there, because if they're not there, I'll start talking about them. We have substitutions, and I just want to draw your attention to this particular substitution here, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. Look at this pattern right here is an S3L. It's a mini 7L, 7 and an L there. Well, look at that. It's almost shaped like a 2 there. So you substitute, you start from 2 there and you end on the 2 there. So you can go 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2 onto this 3. 4, 5, 6. That's a substitution there. Here's another substitution called the 5, 6 substitution. Okay, where it's S3XL substitution into the S3L. Here's your S3L. It's a Dorian scale. That's all it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. We're going to substitute a 5, 6 in there. And so replace that 5, 6 with this 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you get an S3L, an S3XL substitution into an S3L. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2 instead of just 5, 6. So those are the substitutions that are on the chart. And we have magic circle. The magic circle is, the start shape from any string. Okay, and the shape will become what the magic circle says. It's in fourths, except C goes to E, not to F. So that's the magic circle. Now while we're talking about, and this is the magic square, the magic circle came from this one. Start an A shape, from the third string it becomes a G shape, that kind of thing. Works for chords, works for arpeggios, works for pentatonic scales. I wanted to show you this up here. We'll travel way up here. It says up here, counterclockwise magic circle, top or bottom. What's that mean? What does that mean? That means that if this is the C cage, I'll stop moving it around. This is the C fretboard. Notice the colors are all the same, but the labels on those notes are mostly different. Of course, they're the same. There's root through 7 on each one of them, and scales. There are scales. But see, we've got numbers here on the black notes. These are the notes that are like on my guitar, and here they are upside down because I have to look at them like this, but right side up, it's like this. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. Okay, and from the fret nut, from the yellow one on the bottom, or actually starting from the 3. So where that fret nut is where the green notes are. Notice the green note is the 3rd of C. It's E. E being the 5th of A. E being the 6th of G. E being the root of E. And E being the 2nd of D. So the magic circle comes into play here because what it is I've got the C box here. Alright, we'll do drawing tool. Okay. The C box is here in C. There's the C box, and notice it encompasses this. This is the width of the C box. But then we have the A box. It is a different box. It overlaps with the C box. So now we have the A box, the A